Sugar Buggers, welcome back to the channel for 12 top mods for better children in The Sims 4. Can I pretty please get a show of hands in the comments down below of how many of you feel children are highly unrepresented in the game? Because I've got both my paws high up in the air. Let them wave. I'm serious. I feel like children really don't have a lot of things that they can do. I feel like they are capable of much more than they are, I guess, you know, what is the word? Allowed, I suppose. Like, I feel like children should be able to do certain things and they just can't, and it doesn't make sense. They feel really like, you know, prohibited is the word. So hopefully this mod list will go ahead and kind of expand your children's worlds a little bit. And also I did kind of touch base very briefly on toddlers, which is really exciting. If you guys did want a video dedicated to better babies, I have that as well. I went ahead and compiled toddlers and children, and we do have a couple things for teens in here as well, just because there's just less content out there for them, I guess, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with some education. So there is this pack by Kawaii Stacy, and it is called the Education System Bundle. So prior, all of these mods were actually individualized, and she has just compiled them into one mod just to keep everything nice and tidy. So we are going to be going over the preschool mod, which allows you to enroll toddlers into public or private preschool, the Better School mod, where you can build skills at school and have more interactions, smarter homework. I've actually gone over this one once before, and the ability to participate in online school. So I promise to do my very best to showcase all of these mods in their entirety, but as you can imagine, it is a little bit hard to do so. But we're going to kick it off with the preschool mod that is a part of that education system bundle. So it took me a little bit of time, I'm not going to lie, a little longer than I'd like to admit to figure out how to do this, but to enroll your toddler into private school, all you need to do is actually click on your toddler, like themselves, click on themselves, not have the parents do it, and then you'll have this option underneath more choices that will say join a public preschool. So as you guys can see, you can enroll your toddlers into a public preschool and let them get a taste of the future. We provide a rich and nurturing atmosphere for your child's cognitive, social, and emotional physical growth, all while in a fun learning environment. I don't mean to point out the obvious, but obviously when you enroll your toddler into preschool, they will be working on their skills, which I think is absolutely freaking amazing. And then, of course, if you wanted to go the bad and bougie route and pay a tuition fee of 250 simoleons, that is also an option provided to you. The description of this option reads, enroll your toddlers into our private school for only 250 simoleons and let them get a taste of the future. You'll be charged $50 each school day afterwards. We provide a rich and nurturing atmosphere for your child's cognitive yada 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 yada. I would have liked to been sold a little bit harder on why I should go the $250 route versus the free option, but because okay, the Bashir family is a little wealthy, just a little bit, you know, only 82 grand in the bank, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna actually have little dude over here join the private school. So immediately he is enrolled in private school, and I don't know if you guys can see down here at the very bottom, there isn't a tab that you can click on that actually tells you detailed information about this option. However, okay, you can see that pre-K starts in 19 hours. Forgive me for a quick second, we are going to be bouncing around when talking about this education system bundle. So one of the other mods included is the smarter homework mod. Now, you might have recalled me showcasing a mod in the past where you were able to click on the homework and individually work on individual skills. Now, this version is a little bit different because in conclusion, it actually works on all of the skills that are available to your sim at once. So as you guys can see, we have our beautiful Jandy here. She's working on her homework, and it is boosting her creativity, her mental, and social all at the same time. Now, obviously, this is going to be different for teens. Now, if I had to pick which option I prefer, whether it's like individually working on skills or having them, you know, all being worked on at once, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what your end game is. But let's just assume for a second, maybe you're not really into like the whole textbook gig and you'd rather do all of your homework and schoolwork online, that is obviously an option available to you with this mod. All you need to do is click on a computer, any computer will do, and there will be a brand new school portal, which I think is absolutely insane. And then once you click it, you will have another 2 options to pick from. You have classmates, so you can actually pause. Okay, let's just deep breath. 1, 2, 3. All right, you can do homework with, you can meet classmates, you can study with a classmate. I'm sorry. And then you can also study and do homework. So if you wanted to, you could pay $50 to get a homework helper. You could also do a student helper bundle, which I have no freaking idea what that does. You can study health and fitness, culture, business, art, yada, 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 so on and so forth. Your options are almost endless. So I'm actually going to have our sim here go and do let's see, we're gonna pay a fee. Yeah, we're gonna pay a fee for a little bit of online help. So this is what her grade school homework is looking like right about now. I don't know how long this is going to take. It is 50 simoleons. I am going to have her play with a couple other things too as well. Oh, it looks like husband and wife just became good friends. Well, I mean, I would hope so, right? I'm not really sure what is exactly happening and how long this is going to take to complete. But I think if I just look here, oh, her homework is already complete. She also earns some responsibility while she's doing this as well. But let's go and meet a couple classmates. And oh my freaking God, literally, I've been wanting this forever. Okay, we can just meet randos online. Like, this is amazing. I love this. And then you can even chat in the kids' chat room. I think that's cute. That isn't a part of the mod. I think that's already been there. But I love this. And look, she's so giddy about meeting a brand new friend. And that friend should be, wow, Christy Sigworth is now in our friends list. I love this. Incredible. Okay, let's go and do one more thing because, like, I'm really excited right now. Let me go and let's see. Can we do study with a classmate? No. I think that's actually about it for the online school option. For a quick second, you guys, we are going to dive into the second mod, which is after school activities. So another thing that I wish we had a little more of is obviously after school activities. Why didn't they add any to the Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle? Like, I can think of a million different options that would have fit perfectly with that pack. And I love how she's taking it upon herself to cook herself a little garden salad here. I wonder how she could do that. But anyways, long story short, all that you need to do to be able to choose from a wide variety of after school activities is have your child or teen sim, this is child or teen friendly, go and find a job, which I find so weird, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and just roll with the punches on this one. And Chandy now can join an array of different types of after school activities, and I think that is amazing. We've got Babysitters Club, Balance Yoga, we've got bands, baseball, basketball, book reading, cheerleading, we got daycare, drama. I think that's something that's already in game if I'm not mistaken, but everything with this little green icon right here, you see that? All a part of this mod, which I think is absolutely crazy. It must have taken a lot of time. So, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I definitely feel like Chandy would be interested in swim team, and I think it's really cute that all of these icons are sim related. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves is when icons are not Sims related, but that is just me being an MM player that, you know, I'm sure a lot of people don't care, but I do. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and choose this. But as you guys can see, there's track, there's swim. Now, I do believe from what I am reading here, it actually affects character values, homework, health, motives, body fat, body muscles, motor skill, and fitness skills. So you're not just like, you know, doing this for naught. You're doing it for a purpose. But anyway, let me go ahead and read the description. Swim team. Are you looking for something to do after school? This just might be the perfect activity for you. Apply now. So it will be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I do believe that it's going to be Monday through Friday with weekends off. So that kind of gives you an idea of the schedule. We're going to go ahead and have Chandy join. And down at the very bottom, it says applicant. Now, I don't know why it would say applicant, but let's go ahead and promote her really quick just to see what happens. Oh, I get it, because she's in the swim team. Duh. Now she's in tryouts. Cute. And then the next promotion would be member. So I do love, like, there is some sort of hierarchy here. So it is a couple days later, and both Chandy and her brother are actually heading off to school. As you guys can see, little dude over here is decked out in a fancy dancy suit because he is going to a private school instead of just like public school. I'm pretty sure if he was going to public school, he would probably just be wearing whatever he was wearing when he woke up, that type of a thing. But for Jandy, who is already at school, with the Better School mod, you have more things that your Sims can do. For instance, she could do her homework in class, which I'm not sure if that's already a thing, but she can listen to the teacher, she can make enemies, she can make friends, she can be normal, she can play games on her phone, sleep in class, play with toys. Now, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive that teens can flirt in class. Ooh, that would definitely be a little spicy. So for little Rad, he has a couple options as well. He could ask for help, take a nap, play with toys, listen to the teacher, leave school early. He could also not listen to the teacher because after all, he is a toddler. It would make a lot of sense that he would kind of be disobedient from time to time. Now, the only thing that I will say, just from kind of like playtesting a little bit on my own, if your child or toddler misses preschool by any means, okay, you are literally up Issues Creek without a paddle because there's nothing you can do, and it's frustrating because you're going to see all of the notifications going off about how they're missing school and yada yada yada. You're this terrible person, but there isn't a secondary option to send them to school because it isn't an option that is readily available in game, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to have a little guy here. Let's have him go and make some friends. Also, side note, you will see like what each individual option will do if you decided to choose it. So I'm gonna have him go and make some friends because he literally has no toddler friends. And then for his sister, I'm gonna have her go and let's have her make some enemies at school. So Sir Handsome Pants has just came home from preschool. You will get a notification that says that your sim came home from work with 0 simoleon today. Totally disregard that. However, in addition, by going to preschool, Rodhai, I don't know how to say this. We're just going to call him Rad. He reached level 2 of the movement skill. Side note, however, when he did walk through the door, all of his character values were popping off. We had emotional control. We had a little bit of empathy sprinkled in, conflict resolution, and little dude actually met a friend, and her name is Nani. I think that is seriously so freaking cute. So, this mod absolutely is a freaking godsend. All right, you guys. So, should I start with the complaint? Yeah, I'm going to start with a complaint. So toddlers have been out for a few years now. I don't really know how long to be specific, but it's been a really freaking long time and they are tired. I am here to tell you they are sick and freaking tired of playing with the same toys over and over and over again. So with that said, the other day I actually stumbled across these activities for toddlers by complete and utter accident. Now, they are obviously derived from already existing items in the game, but they have a brand new look. So in theory, it gives your Sims and you the illusion that they're playing with something new. So for instance, this is the playroom or the preschool collection. So you're going to have a lot of different items in here. And they're going to be between like nesting blocks and decoration. Obviously, you can see right here what that item is going to be. You don't have to download everything. I didn't. I only downloaded like some of the actual activities. So for instance, there's Play-Doh. We also have cut and paste, which I think is kind of cute. The plant in the pot. There's also, I think, painting, which is kind of cool. Now, you are going to need this guy no matter what it is that you end up actually taking home because it is going to eliminate the nesting blocks. I don't know what it does. I haven't actually played with it yet, but I think it's really cute. And then in this collection, or possibly one that I'm going to show you here in a minute, there's also some really cool face paint items so that you can take amazing screenshots of your Sims playing with the paints and things like that. I think it's just absolutely freaking adorable. I love this. Just kidding. That one was more toddler activities. This one is preschool stuff. So if you wanted, in addition to additional activities such as the hibiscus or the hibiscus, I don't know how to say this, okay? Don't even judge me. There's also a card box. There's bells. There's a color box. We have cubes on a vertical dowel. There's discs and just a bunch of other fun things like puzzles and all that jazz. But with that, you have in this collection brand new dollhouses, and these dollhouses are teensy tiny. So you're not going to have like this big ginormous like mini mansion in your toddler's room or preschool. It's actually going to be quite realistic, which I love, and super duper functional. There's a bunch of different options here. Now if we scroll down even further, you will have the build items so that you can indeed create like a little learning room or a preschool if you wanted to. But again, just kind of like harping and reiterating, you need the invisible block in the nesting blocks mod so that everything functions as it should. So the last one kind of goes hand in hand with all the other things that I showed you, and that is a toddler playpens. So you can actually put this in your inventory. So if your Sims went to like the park or something, they would kind of be able to contain the little crotch goblins. There's a few different like mesh options here, and they can indeed play while they are within them. Alrighty, so here we have a playpen, and we also have a couple other items from the packs that I was mentioning earlier. For instance, we have this Blocks Town, which obviously is derived from the dollhouse, and then over to my left we have a little tub of Play-Doh, and then I just wanted to really quickly go ahead and like show you guys some of the other meshes of Playpen. So this one is literally like mesh, no pun intended. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can go and switch up the swatches if you wanted to for a little extra variety. I do believe this one in particular might be from the Sims 3. I'm not really sure, and they're very affordable as well. They're only like $300 and some odd dollars. Some might be more expensive than others, like this one was $500, and this one is $595, and this is just a really cool little wood swatch here. And again, as I had mentioned previously, these can be placed in your inventory, so it can be quite tricky to get your toddler into one, especially if there's like a rug, for instance, underneath it. So what I like to do, and I find the easiest, is to grab Andrew's teleporter mod. Usually would take this or use this statue for like photos and like staging and that type of a thing, but it works really good if you need to get your toddler into the playpen, and it's easy to take them out. All you need to do is just put the playpen in your inventory. So let me go and teleport Rad over here, and now he is inside, so he shouldn't be able to get out, which is awesome. I love that. But while he's here, I'm so excited. Jada, I got you, boo. I got you. He can play with his little block house. So cute. So, I mean, it is going to look a little weird because in theory, the dollhouse should be like, you know, miles wide. But it's still really cute. Like, to me, it doesn't feel like he's playing with a dollhouse. It looks like he's literally playing with a doll in the middle of the living room. And your Sims will build all of the adjacent skills that they normally would build with the dollhouse, like imagination and things like that. So Rad is gonna put the doll back. He's gonna come over here and play a little bit with his Play-Doh, and it's gonna say stack, right? I mean, it's not perfect, but he does get in there. He does play a little bit. It looks like he's stacking his blocks, but he's really not. He's playing with some Play-Doh, which I think is so cute. And then if I really wanted to, like, you know, get crazy with it and say, hey, like, he got some Play-Doh on his face, all that I need to do is just go and put him in the brand new, sorry, I just got my nails done too, and like the first time in 3 freaking months, so things are a little janky right now, but see, these are the little face paints and stuff, and there's also some available for the hands and whatnot, which I think is cute. And then it even comes with like dirt as well, which I love, so you could really get crazy with it. And the mod basically, as y'all can tell, removes the nesting blocks, so you can kind of see the shadow, but you can't really tell he's playing with the nesting blocks. Just to show you that these are indeed inventoryable, I'm gonna have his dad go and release the beast, I guess. So we're just gonna put this straight on in our inventory, and voila, all you need to do is just place it back into the world. I'm very curious to see how this is going to happen, just because he's literally in the middle of the living room. So yeah, placing it is a little odd, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think once you have it placed, you can't even drag it. So I think from this point I would just cheat him in. So I would just do like a teleport here, and then obviously he would teleport inside the playpen. Shandy has just arrived home, you guys. She's going to grab a quick little snackety snack here. I don't know what she's going going to end up actually nabbing. Wait, hold on. Orange wants to know if I don't want to go over to your house. Let's actually just go and have a glass of milk really quick because we have a swim team here in a few minutes. Also, there are a lot of options for teens when it comes to the after school activities, a lot more than you actually saw. Just keep that in mind. These lists are meant to highlight, not go like super duper duper in depth. That's why I generally will do a really in-depth review upon release. It is a little bit later into the evening, and poor Chandy is feeling beyond freaking stressed from the after-school activities. So I did actually demote her just so that we could see how hard it is to become a member of tryouts or get into tryouts, I guess. So it does take a little bit of time, and then eventually I'm sure you're going to start earning some skill points. But the next mod that I wanted to talk about is the Talented Sims mod, and it should really be the Talented Children mod because that is basically what it is. This next mod is called the Talented Kids Sims mod, and basically it opens up a variety of activities that your children's Sims can now perform. For instance, kids can now do a flower arranging, they can cook, they can work out, they can do gardening, they can use the wash tub, they can spar, magic duel, they can even open a retail store, which I definitely feel like is a stretch. They can do rock climbing, TV workout, yoga, meditate. They think they can also play ping pong, and they can do some guitar or play the guitar, as well as making robots. So there are a bunch of new skills that your Sims can perform. Now, I feel like this is something that should have been implemented into the game. Like, obviously, I don't know why kids are so damn limited, because Chandy's probably like, what, 9 or 10? And when I was 9 or 10, you bet your bottom dollar you could holla, because your girl could make a mean mac and cheese. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for poor Chandy here, but what she can do, boo, is build a really cool chatterbox, but she's got to learn first. So she can come over here and tinker at the robotic station. She can also go and make a flower arrangement if I wanted her to. So actually, you know what? I'm going to have her go and make a little holly plant. So the cool thing about this mod is that they actually provide child height appropriate equipment for you so that you're not going to get a bunch of stretching. Obviously, you did see her kind of reaching for the stove and the counters and things like that. To my knowledge, there are counters that are child friendly. So all you would do is obviously install this mod. You would go into content, filter out custom content, and then I did notice there are some counters that are probably Chandy's height here. I'm not gonna really worry about all that, honestly. It's not the biggest of deals. There is a child size, which I think is so cute, little fitness machine. I love this. And then there's even a stove that fits as well, as this little barbecue. It just depends if the stretching upsets you. If it doesn't, then you can just use what you have already. I mean, it's still gonna work. Otherwise, these are some good options. Also, side note, how cute are these little... I know, I love these. These are amazing. Look at all the different types of activities your toddlers can do, and all the toys that they can play with. You know what I mean? Why aren't these? I don't know. Anyways, long story short, going back to Chandy's floral arrangement, she is making a nice little holly centerpiece here, and then you will notice that she now has the flower arranging skill. She also has a fitness skill, the cooking and creativity. I don't know, I feel like children should be able to do more things. Like I've said a million times, I don't even know how. This is why this list exists, because I just feel like when I play with kids, it's it really limits my storytelling, because I want to portray a Sim that got into music at a really young age. I want to portray a Sim that maybe has, since birth been into, didn't mean to yelp there, been into flowers or, gardening or whatever the situation might be. So obviously, okay, Chandy can now plant. So we're going to have her go over here and kind of plant a few things so that you can get a gander as to what that looks like. And naturally, she has gone ahead and earned herself the gardening skill. So they should be able to do everything that adults can do when it comes to gardening. There shouldn't be any restrictions or whatsoever. But yeah, I feel like we should definitely have more activities for children to be able to perform. This next mod here and the following 6 mods after that are all by Little Miss Sam. Now, I do have a quick little disclaimer in regards to this mod in particular. It doesn't work, at least for me. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jen. Why would you even show us a mod that doesn't work? Like, what is wrong with you? I mean, I don't know. My mother asks me the same question literally every freaking day of my life, and I still don't have the answer, so I ain't gonna have it for you. But what I will say is, typically, Little Miss Sam is very good at updating their mods. So in short, the reason why I'm showing this to you is because it's an amazing mod. I've used it several times in the past, and I just wanted to go ahead and mention it one more time in case it does indeed get updated. So essentially, this mod allows you to call a babysitter, and it could be literally anybody that you know and have a relatively decent relationship with. So it could be like a relative, a family member. That's literally the same thing, but you get what I'm where I'm going with this, like a friend, or like maybe a random sim that you kind of have a decent relationship with. It really doesn't matter. And the cool thing is that they will spend up to 6 hours with your children. It only costs about $15 an hour. If you want, you can send them home a little bit later. There are some like obvious like stipulations here. You need to have like a friendship value of 20, and that bare minimum need to be a teenager. It says you can call up to 5 babysitters, which is crazy. I don't know why you would need 5 of those, but if you wanted to, I mean, the option's available to you. And then it says you actually pay them every hour instead of a sum at the end. So that is pretty freaking cool. Babies, though, will still get sent to daycare if you leave the lot, even if the babysitter is there. That's a little unfortunate, but I mean, even though it doesn't work right now, I'm hoping it gets updated in the future so that it will. This next mod here I have talked about on several occasions, and it is the ability to go and add a cleaning schedule to the Parenthood board. So basically, in a nutshell, all you need to do is to just click, well, you need to install the mod first, and then after that, you can go and add a cleaning schedule for any sim that your heart desires. Now, I do feel like they have to be presently on the lot for this to work. It's kind of weird because as you can see, children can absolutely be added, so can teens, but Chandy can't be added because she's not currently home. But long story short, let's go ahead and add a fee, and basically we can choose any day of the week. We could also choose several days, so let's just say, I don't know, today's Wednesday. We'll do Wednesdays for what would be a good time? Obviously, I would do this a lot earlier because I feel like this is kind of cruel, but we'll do like 6 to 7. Now, I don't know if he's going to actually do this at 6 to 7 just because, you know, we kind of did this a little bit late, but we're going to go ahead and go for it, and voila. It's a super easy mod that you can go ahead and set in place, and then your sim will do everything that they have the ability to actually perform. So right now, I have like autonomy off, and it shows like everybody is standing here like freaking robots. This next mod allows your Sims to have fun while building their school projects based on the performance that they have in school. So for instance, Chandy, she's a student, and right now she could use a little bit of fun in her life. Typically, they would not work on their projects because they aren't in the mood, but because she is so enthusiastic about school, she absolutely loves it, she is going to have fun while working on her robotics project. So say for instance, Chandy had like a D. She would hate it. She wouldn't want to do it. She would be basically protesting the entire freaking time. A C, a little bit of fun. B, a little more fun. And then obviously an A, she's having all of the fun. This is going to work across the board, so any school project that you do based on your Sims' grade, that will basically yield what type of fun or how much enthusiasm they actually have about the project itself. Now, you might have already noticed that the Bashir household is experiencing summer break, and only the children are exempt from the responsibility to go to school. A great way to add a little bit of realism to your game is to utilize the calendar given to us by seasons. Now, I often neglect this bad boy, but let me tell you, it is like the most important thing in the game to kind of break up your day, to break up your year, actually. So one of the things that I love to do is to create little breaks for my kids. Now, unfortunately, the only way that you can do this without mods is to go and create your holiday or whatever the situation is. You'll click this tab here, but what it does is it makes your adult and children exempt from work and school. But we don't want that. We just want the children. So I went ahead, picked up this little mod by Little Miss Sam that adds in a tradition that only your children will obey by, which I absolutely love. And so another little thing that I went ahead and did, just to give you like some ideas, I guess, is for the first day of summer break, we have fires, like campfires and water fun. The second day, we have like invite guests, barbecue, that type of a thing. The third day, tell stories, there's some fireworks. Obviously, you can switch this up and do whatever you would like on your summer holiday, your summer break. And then I didn't put it for these days because they're off of school anyway. Wouldn't it be so awesome if you could take your little one on like a coffee date or something, even if they could just simply grab like a milk or a juice or a snack? Well, now you can. So another thing that I think should be an option is the ability for our little ones to be able to enjoy the finer things in life. So with this mod, your Sims can now order drinks such as orange juice and milk, and also they can order a variety of different types of foods like croissant scones, cannolis, animal crackers, cheese crackers, yada 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 yada. I'm actually gonna have Shandy here go ahead and snack herself a little croissant. I think that's what I had her get. The only thing I would actually like to see added to this mod is maybe like a hot chocolate or something, you know, kind of like espresso like, I suppose. But there she goes, she's grabbing herself her little croissant. Yum yum yum. And then she should be able to go and sit down, or she's just gonna chill and wait for dad to order something. I'm not really sure what's happening, but yeah, well, dude, dumb, if you want one, just go ahead and ask. Why are you staring at the kid's plate like that, you freaking creep? Well, Effie and Tandy are enjoying their little daddy-daughter date. I'm gonna actually go ahead and have Hajar over here create a little white cake because it is Shandy's birthday today, and I cannot wait to celebrate. Now, you're probably like wondering why I have an entire army in my house, and that is for this next mod that basically allows your Sims to all age up at once. Now, the only downfall to this mod is that the Sims actually have to be present on the lot. So I will go ahead and let Hajar here go and finish the cake so that I can explain. Traditionally in the game, you can only age one Sim up at a time. You can use the same cake over and over and over if you catch it in time before somebody decides to take a little bite or whatever the situation might be. However, with this mod, all you need to do is just click the cake, click more choices. Here is the traditional menu that allows you to age up one Sim at a time, and then you will see here underneath the birthday cake, you can now age up multiple Sims. So for instance, I wanted to go and have Chandy and her friends like have a joint little birthday party, or I had the 100 baby challenge and I had a bunch of kids that needed to age up at once. I don't need to sit here and go through the motions of the oceans and risk having to make a brand new cake. All I need to do is boom, 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 and boom! All four of these children will literally age up at once. How freaking easy is that? So Chandy, however, didn't age. I don't know why she didn't age. That's a little freaking annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. But it's kind of easy to fix. All I have to do is click her mom and click age up. Click children and Jadajing. She should age up. There we go. Have a nice day. Sure. Okay. And that's it. It's a super duper easy fix. And there we go. Lo and behold, all of the children were aged up in a flash. And our cake is still intact. So we can do this over and over and over again. So anyways, you guys, those are my top mods for children in The Sims 4. Now, obviously, there are a bunch of mods out there, so if you have anything that you think I would like and you want to suggest to me, go ahead and feel free to do so in the comments down below. And if there's anything here that you saw today that you absolutely need to have in your game, I will give you guys a link in the description to all of the links or all of the mods mentioned in this list. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.